and join me in the salute to the flag. Let's see, a couple more people. Unmute yourselves, please. There we go. All right. I pledge allegiance,
to the flag of the United States of America
and to
the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Carol Bloom, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Chairman Nolan,
Here.
Commissioner Abbey,
Here.
Commissioner D'Agostino,
Here.
Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Yuckna.
I see Commissioner Vasquez.
Sorry, this is Commissioner Vasquez. I'm present.
Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you.
And Commissioner
Yuckna.
You're
Here,
muted.
but muted.
Commissioner Yuckna, would you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, now we can, yes.
All right, you're here. Thank you. Okay.
Well, Chairman, also present on the line with us this evening is the Executive Director, James Polos, William Brennan, the CFO to the Authority. I am Carol Berlin, General Counsel to the Authority, and George Devaney of Keywood Associates is also online. The IT representatives tonight are Safula Sharif and Lucas Pereira.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. And Carol, would you read the Sunshine Law statement, please?
Sure. This meeting today conforms with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, called the Open Public Meeting Act. And as per the requirements of the statute, notification of the meeting was published in the Star Ledger and Home News Tribune and filed with the Clerk of Middlesex County.
Thank you. James Polos, I know you have a recycling report. Would you take us through that, please?
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, we're in the process of still getting the approval from the state regarding our recycling. We got some comments back for our new bid for 2025 service as of March. We continue to do well with our servicing of our current communities, and again, received another positive inspection from our beef composting facility. If you'd like, I can run through a couple of other items as well, Chairman.
Please do.
Just to update you, we're continuing to move ahead with both train station projects, some substantive meetings. We had some meetings with DEP and some other state agencies recently about North Brunswick. We continue to move that forward and getting through the concept design phase and finalizing the funding agreement with NJ Transit, which was approved by this board at its last meeting. We are just awaiting approval from Transit to proceed with that to full design and again, making some significant progress there. Finalizing again our systems at our Cancer Institute project at the Jack and Cheryl Morris parking deck. It is up and operational again for our construction workers, but we're making good progress in moving that project forward. With that, the department is running well.
Great. Do we have any correspondence, Jim? Jim Polos, any correspondence?
No, we do not.
Any old business or new business?
No, we do not.
All right. Let's see. All right, Carol, we have the resolutions. Carol Blinn, the resolutions.
I apologize, Chairman. I was halfway through the first one. I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay.
8A, resolution of the Middlesex County Improvement Authority awarding contract for final design phase 3 and engineering services for the North Brunswick train station project to WSP USA. 8B, resolution authorizing execution of supplemental funding agreement with Middlesex County and New Jersey Transit for the final design phase, phase 3 of the North Brunswick train station. 8C, resolution to authorize execution of a cooperative agreement with the County of Middlesex for the New Brunswick train station. 8D, resolution authorizing contract with vendor Transaction Network Services to provide gate software access and proprietary payment support services at the New Brunswick Cancer Center parking garage facility. 8E is resolution of the Middlesex County Improvement Authority for payment of expenses.
Great, thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes?
All right, and a second?
Second, Christine.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye. Well, sorry, Commissioner Vasquez, abstain?
Good, okay. Then it passes. Do we have any public comments on resolutions? Resolutions only. If you have any comments on the resolutions, please identify yourself, where you're from, and you'll be given an opportunity to, has anybody raised their hands?
Yes, we have one speaker raising their hand. I'm gonna invite them now.
Is this our old friend Charlie?
Yes, Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. How are you, Chairman?
Good evening, Charlie. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Good to be with you. I am to ask about the train station project.
I'm going to dinner with my granddaughter.
Charlie, 1 second.
It was all hell bent on.
Charlie, Commissioner, yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, good. Go ahead. Charlie, sorry.
All right. Yeah, okay. Well, there's the train station projects. Do either of them have a delivery timeline for like when the train station would be finished and operational?
Jim Polos, any comments on the train station?
We don't have anything specific yet because we haven't finalized design with respect to New Brunswick. And we don't have a finalized date. I believe that the last published date for that showed a completion sometime, I believe, in early 29, I believe was the case.
Great.
I'm sorry, which project was that, early 29?
I believe that was North Brunswick. I think that's the published towards the end of 2028 is actually the targeted completion date.
Great, so I can buy my tickets to get on the train and ride to North Brunswick in just a few years.
And back.
And back. Okay, I want to ask about the vendor transaction network services. Can you tell me how this vendor was selected, and if was this a recommendation of your new parking consultants?
James?
Yeah, I could just tell you, I think they're one of the well-known vendors that does this type of work. Our parking director, Tom Murley, who's joined our team, is quite the expert in parking, having worked and done this for the majority of his life. But this organization that does this type of transaction work is one of the preeminent companies that does this. So we only went by reputation and experience and their utilization in other places.
Mm-hmm. And just so I understand, this when it says gate software access and proprietary payment support services, this is basically like the revenue control system, so that for the most part, without human employees, the parking deck can process people's payments for their hourly parking.
That's correct. It's basically to allow for the payment management for everything from permitting to daily, hourly passes, et cetera. It's still an integrated system that will ultimately integrated with our accounting software as well, so that we're able to extract the appropriate information about revenue on an hourly basis.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And I guess I was curious, because this is going to be the first of its kind, really, for us here in New Brunswick. Have you had dialogue with the New Brunswick Parking Authority about their systems and whether there was any value in, using the same system or making a bulk purchase? Because I understand that entity, operates like 9 different structure parking facilities, and they are in the process of, switching to a new, more modern revenue control system, as we speak. So was there any discussion with New Brunswick Parking Authority or any coordination there?
Yes, we've had actually a number of conversations with New Brunswick, and they've been extremely helpful with giving us some of their information, some guidance from them. I believe that ultimately our parking management systems will be similar. We're looking at our IP parking system, and I believe that they're looking to make some modifications and change to some as well. So I think there will be a lot of compatibility in the way the systems operate and their functionality.
Okay. And the contract itself, is there a fixed, cost to it, a monthly cost, or what is the total bill for this vendor?
I don't know that off the top of my head, Charlie, but I can get you that information, certainly get back to you with it.
Okay.
Unless you know it's Carol Berlin may know that. I just don't have that off the top of my head.
The not to exceed amount in the resolution is $40,000.
Got it. And it's a one year timeline?
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, fair enough. Take your time, but I do, I guess I was mostly interested in how what the cost is, if it's a fixed cost or if you're paying per transaction or something like that, but it sounds like it's a fixed cost and it's, $40,000. So,
Jim, this is Bill Brennan. If I could jump in, it's 10 cents per transaction. We don't think it's going to exceed 40,000. That's our estimate.
Got it. So it is per transaction. Okay. Well, thanks for answering my questions. That's all on the resolutions.
Thank you, Charlie. We are going to move to approval of resolutions. Can I get a motion to approve the resolutions?
Motion to move it?
And at the second?
Second, Paul?
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That will pass. We now will move into payment of vouchers. Can I get a motion to pay vouchers?
Motion, Christine.
And a second?
Second, Paul?
All those in favor, aye.
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 Anyone opposed? No, that will pass. And we now will move to the public session. So Charlie, you seem to be the only one here from the public. Do you have any comments for us in the public session?
Yeah, hi, Charlie Cradaville, once again. Thanks for the opportunity to address you. I believe, if my memory serves me correct, you were not at the last meeting, and there was a matter on the agenda I spoke about, wanted to bring to your attention, Chairman.
I actually was on. I couldn't get on to the Zoom link, so I was there in the background on the phone. But anyway,
so you heard what was said. Okay, well then I don't need to catch you up, but I had some concerns about THA Consulting, and I know the reason given for why they're coming back now after being dismissed is that Jim Zullo is an honorable man and he's in charge of the company. But I have to point out that Jim Zullo was in charge of the company when you fired the company. So I'm at a loss for what changed in terms of why they've been brought back. I know you didn't cast a vote on that item, but I did raise some concerns about it and wanted to get your thoughts on THA Consulting and why you're bringing them back after dismissing them from the from their work.
I don't have any comments on that without doing some more research. I don't know if Polis has any comments, but I don't have anything to offer right now. Tim Polis, do you have anything to offer on that subject?
No, nothing additional than what I said, Chairman. THA has a really wonderful reputation in the parking industry. They service an enormous number of communities, particularly in and around our area. There's a great synergy there to be able to build and develop off of, and one of the reasons why we elected to proceed with them, as you know.
Good.
All right, well, thank you for the comment. I will draw everyone's attention to my August 25th, 2021 article available on NewBrunswickToday.com titled Parking Deck Designer Remains on Federal Board After Indecent Assault Conviction. And it includes, information about the Middlesex County Improvement Authority and them, you all, terminating the relationship back then. And so I continue to be concerned and hope that you take the time to read the article and took the time to look into this situation and this corporation before you hired them. But now that you have, I think it's even more important that you look into it. So I wanted to raise that up, and I also wanted to raise another concern about a project that the Improvement Authority is involved in. This would be the Thomas Edison Park. athletic complex. I'm sure by now you're probably all pretty familiar with it. And I guess, you know, I'm trying to figure out why this project is being done with artificial turf, right? If you want to do sports fields, you have, you know, the choice of natural grass or artificial turf. Why? What's the logic? What's the reason for doing the artificial turf on this mega project?
Charlie, I'm just going to comment as sort of as I don't know, someone's been around a long time and been involved in many municipal projects. Obviously, you know, the turf, although it's expensive, it's zero maintenance. You can play in the rain and the snow and the water. There's no mud. There's a tremendous amount of benefits. I've actually played on it when I was in college. It's very fast surface. You know, it certainly has many benefits. It's all weather, so you know, and it has improved tremendously over the years. You know, when I played with my leather helmet, it was pretty hard. It was like carpet on top of concrete. Today, the pile is about 4 or 5 inches thick. It's much softer. So, you know, there's a lot of benefits to turf. It doesn't have to be cut. The lines last pretty much for the whole season, whereas grass, you know, the lines are painted every game. So there are a tremendous amount of benefits to it. You know, it's a cost-benefit analysis, and it's you know, it's kind of weatherproof. So I've got to believe that that's why it was chosen. And I'm sure that, you know, I can't tell you for sure, but I'm sure we had consultants and that's what they recommended. That's all I have to say.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for the answer. Moving over to the other piece of that mega project, the baseball stadium. I was curious if that request for proposals went out and if there's been any responses regarding sports franchises.
Jim, do you know anything about that?
Yes, I do, Chairman. The RFQ went out public on Friday. It was put onto the website and basically published at that time. I don't know of any responses thus far. It just went out, as I said, 4 days ago.
Okay. So nothing
Right.
yet.
Thanks for answering those questions. I think that's all I have for you tonight.
Great. Thank you. As always, thank you for your participation. Okay, so I don't believe we have an executive session. Is that correct, Carol?
That's correct, Chairman.
All right, now I got it. We have a motion to adjourn. Who would like to make the motion to adjourn?
Move it.
And a second? All those in favor, aye.
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 Good evening. Thank you all and be safe. Have a
Good
great
evening.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Have a good one, everybody.
Goodbye.